This school means everything to me. It is home to me.
I would want to connect to my juniors as fondly as we connected with you.
And,
It's like now that it's so fancy, I like drink with my pinky out.
Oh wow! Isn't that supposed to be a British thing rather than an American thing? So
And she would watch cricket matches in the background.
Oh my
She's like, Papa, who's out? Oh no, RBC, RCB, whatever the team
did you
is.
just say
Bengal, Bangalore, they're the same.
RBC's red
okay.
blood cells? What are you talking about?
A lot of students, myself included, really struggle in 12th to find what it is they're passionate about.
Because it's not like a one moment thing that you wake up and you'll be like, okay, this is what I want to do. I think it's just an ongoing process.
You know, we used to look up to you for so many things, whether it be your achievements or how talented you are. It's the person that you are. You're so kind and you're so warm that it actually impacted and imprinted on us.
I did everything that I did because of the resources I had here, and it's because of the people who were so kind and nurturing that I was able to do anything that I did.
So
it's so
beautiful,
sweet
so
of you
pretty,
to
so
say
smart.
all of that.
The Billabong Podcast.
Hi, I'm Prisha Barbade.
Chand.
Chant. Thank you. And I'm the school captain this year.
Hi, I'm Mannat Kaur Kandal. I'm an alumna of Billabong High from the batch of 2023, and right now I'm pursuing my bachelor's from Illinois Wesleyan University in the US.
What course are you pursuing, Manati?
I'm pursuing psychology as my major, and I'm thinking of what minors I can add to that possibly.
So I had to ask you something. As someone who's always been privy to the Indian society, culture and education system, what was the shift like for you when you shifted to this drastically new land?
Yeah. So I think for me, like the transition was like challenging more in terms of non-academic terms than in academic terms, and that of course differs from people to people. So for me, it was good because the institute I am in is comparatively smaller in size in terms of other institutes. So I did not feel that overwhelmed in terms of having so many people around me who I did not know and being in a unfamiliar background, because the university I'm in tends to have like a stronger sense of community, and that was something that helped me a lot. But one thing that struck out to me was the change in population density. So as to say, because in India you'd see there are so many people around, it's always buzzing and you always have something going on. But I went to a college town where the population density is much less, so it felt a lot more isolating, and like coupled with like homesickness, I think that was a major factor.
So Manati, one thing that I think a lot of people don't discuss is that cultural shock is a very common phenomena, but reverse cultural shock is also a big thing. So did that impact you in any way?
To be very honest, it's very interesting because as soon as I came back, I felt like I had never left. In terms of certain things, I could feel like a difference. Like I spoke of the population density, but in other senses, I actually felt as if I had never really left, and it was just like a different life of mine there, and it's a different life of mine here. It felt very segregated, as to
So
say.
you've compartmentalized
Yeah,
to make
that's
it
how-
easier
yeah.
for you. What's one general tip that you'd like to give out to students who are planning to also transition the way you did?
I think just be like willing to go outside your comfort zone. It's very easy to go out there and sort of limit yourself because you feel as if you've lost that sense of touch with the people you know, and everything is kind of unfamiliar. And you feel that you might not be able to do the things that you want to do with that kind of surrounding.
So
but
the
just
ache of 18 is there.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
childhood is, like a different dimension now, and you can't access it anymore, but it's still there in the sense that you can, when you come home, it's always going to be home. But now you
Yes.
have multiple homes to go to.
Yeah, exactly. Because I felt really scared about the fact that I had been told that once you leave home, it's never really home
Yeah.
again. But once I came back, I did not have that feeling. I felt like I'm coming back to the place I've always known, and this is still home for me. So that was something really interesting because I did not expect that. I expected it to be a completely different feeling than what I had experienced before when I was already here. In terms of, we've been talking about me and my college journey, but you are at a unique point because you are currently going to start 12th grade. And even though it will be at the back of your mind, it'll still be there. Things about college and transitioning from school to college.
It's actually kind of always looming above you in the
Yeah.
sense that it's a really overwhelming and nearing reality.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think about it actively that, oh, I want this college, this. I mean, you
Yeah.
do think about it, and then you think about, oh, I want to live here, and I want to have this roommate, and all of these things. that's kind of, it still seems like an abyss away. As
Yeah.
in, you still feel like, oh, I have so much time.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to grow up and it's going to stay like this forever.
Yeah.
But then, then you start preparing for competitives and your 12th board, and all of these things suddenly become
Real.
hard hitting.
Yeah.
You realize that you're not going to be here forever and that you have to think about your future, you have to think about your passion. One more question I'd like to ask you. A lot of students, myself included, really struggle in 12th to find what it is they're passionate about. Sometimes because maybe pressure from other sources, and sometimes because you're so genuinely interested in everything, you
Yeah.
can't seem to focus on one area. So how did you make that decision for you?
I think, I really relate to the fact that you think that you're genuinely interested in everything, and like you are as well, you tend to like do well in a lot of fields. Then you're always confused as to what is that one
Yes,
particular
what is my
field where.
calling?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that is also like an ongoing process. It's not like a one moment thing that you'll wake up and you'll be like, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is my passion, and this is what I need to do in life. I think it's just an ongoing process. And it was psychology for me was just a field that I found really interesting. And after narrowing it down, I thought that different fields might not be as of my liking in terms of the subjects I would have to pursue or the kind of life I would have after pursuing them. So it was just a kind of decision I took based on many
So
factors.
it was like an amalgamation of a lot of things.
Yeah.
And what you would want to do in the long run instead
Exactly.
of what you would want to do for that momentary.
Yeah, because I think that's a
Situation.
consideration you will have to have in terms of what you want to do. Again, like it's an ongoing process and it's not going to come to you immediately. So
But great job on doing so well, school and college. Generally it's really difficult to make that decision, and now that you've explained more about it, I feel more at ease with the fact that it's not going to come to me like a prophetic calling. I'll have to actively work towards what I'm interested in every day, and it's kind of a weight off my shoulders, realizing that it's not now that I have to plan out the rest of my
Yeah.
life, and that I have some time in my hand to actually decide what I want to pursue
Yeah.
and do.
exactly.
And Manadi, I must point out that you have been like an icon for us forever. We love you so
Oh my
so
God.
much. When we were younger, we used to look up to you for so many things, whether it be your achievements or how talented you are. But I think even if we strip you of all of that, it's the person that you are. You're so kind and you're so warm that it actually impacted and imprinted on us. Which is why we recall memories with you so fond, with so much love towards you and adoration towards you. Because a lot of people can be, let's say, academically proficient and great at dancing and singing and the 100 other things that you do, but not everybody has the same persona as you. And you make people so much at ease that I really want to thank you for all that you've done for us for years. Like, you have been our mother. We were in the council when I was in 9th and you're in 11th, and I
Yeah.
told you this yesterday as well. No matter where we meet in life, when I'm with you, I'm back in 9th and you're back in 11th.
Yeah. No, but
In the best way possible.
yes, and I will interrupt you because it's so
I would
sweet.
go on forever.
Yeah, no, I mean,
So
it's so
beautiful,
sweet
so
of you
pretty,
to
so
say
smart.
all of that. But I have to say that this school means everything to me. It is home to me. I came here today and I saw the old guard bhaiya whom I love. And then he looked at me and he's
Raju
like,
bhaiya?
yeah, and he looked at me and he's
Not
like,
Raju bhaiya.
Mannat beti kaise ho? And it just felt like
Yeah.
all of those pieces coming back into place. And it's so wonderful seeing students like you taking the legacy forward here because I did everything that I did because of the resources I had here. And it's because of the people that surrounded me here who were so kind and nurturing that I was able to do anything that I did. And
So reflecting back, compliments is a thing of yours. I will cut you and I will say
Okay.
everybody was privy to the same resources. It's how you make use of them that matters. And I think you did that wonderfully. Everybody here from Didis, Bhaiyas, teachers, students have wonderful memories of you, and that is your achievement only.
and they
you
will have
been
wonderful memories
amazing.
of you as well because I have
They
to
will have
say
memories
this.
of me
I have
yelling,
to say-
being
No,
like,
they
you're
will
doing
not.
this so
No.
poorly.
Absolutely
I have read so
not.
much
You
this
are a
year.
wonderful school captain, and I have to bring this in because I know that has been like a dream of yours
Yeah.
for a long time. I remember you saying that at our investiture, and no, I'm sorry, our council dinner, which was like the end of our council.
I started my campaign 1 year in advance.
Exactly, and so you like sort of manifested that into
Yeah.
coming into being. So how has that
I
been? 'Cause-
manifested hard. I cried. I was like, please vote for me. And not on the stage, but inside I was crying.
No, but because I was not here for this year where you
Yeah.
have like sort of brought that into action. So I really want to know how it was for you being school captain and being the head of the council that has given so many memories.
You know, while that has always been a dream of mine since grade 2, since I saw, Vibhuti Di and Advaita Di and Ipsa Di and all of these people who are also such exceptional people. But more than that, when I was in ninth, I felt so connected to you, to Rida Di, and to so many council members because you actually took care of us. So the bond that we had created was a driving factor. I was in US the year before, so I was kind of worried that I would miss the deadline to apply for the council. But in US, I fought with my father and I was like, please, make something happen and enroll me early so I can apply and have access to that portal. And I maybe wouldn't have fought as hard as I did if my memories with all of you weren't such a driving force in my decision. Because that counselor was exceptional. It was half online, half offline. We have, spent so much amount of time together planning, laughing, falling, crying that it has become one of my most cherished memories. I look at, photos from that time, like the IC3 photo,
Yeah.
where, we are at our limit, my back is hurting, my
Yeah,
shirt
you're
is
so
untouched.
exhausted.
I'm like I look dead. And
Yeah.
you are like, oh my poor bache. So me and this other council member, Nilotma, we
Yeah.
are draped on you.
Yeah, I
Like
love that
half
photo.
dead.
That photo is like a prominent picture
Yeah.
in my folder.
And we're leaning on her and we're just sleeping. We're like,
Yeah, it's been really wonderful. I fondly remember everything that we did as part of the council, and our council year was like online when we were in our senior council. So it was a very unique experience because none of us knew how to navigate through it.
Yeah.
And I remember how we hosted the Teachers' Day online, and we were trying to get entries from people, and we were just online all the time rehearsing in terms of what.
oh
to
my
say.
god, the jokes.
Yeah, and because we were trying to get things done so that the teachers would like it, but it kind of became awkward in the sense of you didn't have any kind of response coming to any joke they were cracking or any
Yeah.
thing that the
And the fact
anchors
that,
were saying.
and the fact that it was really new for you too. You had been in the council before, but then now you were a senior. And what most people don't realize, what I didn't realize is I was expecting a repeat of when I was in 9th, but it is not the same. Once you reach 11th, it's like a completely different ballgame. So while that 1 year might give you some experience, it's also like a completely uncharted territory that
Yeah.
you are re-exploring
Yeah.
all over again. The bond that we created, again, I'm coming back to that, is that I would want to connect to my juniors as fondly as
Yeah.
we connected with you. I would want to be back here and I don't know, have Rhythm or anybody from that batch be like, oh, remember when we did this and when we did that. Because council is more than about serving, the school and all of that. That's really important and that is our utmost priority.
Yeah.
But then the relationship that you make with
Yeah.
these people, you spend so much amount of time together that they become a part of your life and there's no questioning it. And you know that even if you haven't talked in a while, you call them and it's going to be like you met yesterday to plan for an assembly for like World French Day.
Yeah. Yeah, and like not only the students that were part of the council, but the students you just speak to in terms of like when I was vice captain for Peace House, I just loved like being there for the games that our house had and just like encouraging and supporting the students because that is so much fun, right? And even connecting with like the faculty with whom you work with like on a daily basis
Yeah.
as part of the council. Like I had Megha ma'am and that
Usman
was
Bhaiya, Dinesh Bhaiya, like
oh my god
winner
yes.
behavior. Both of them
Absolutely.
are amazing.
Yes.
But Manadi, one thing that Billabong I think has given the both of us is a base and a family and a community to go back to.
Exactly.
You were asking me about college, and of course, I'm overwhelmed because no matter where you are, no matter what you want to do, the idea of finally being your own person in this chaotic world is really scary.
Yeah, it's very scary.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
But I know that I have Billabong and I have my people and I have my family, and the relationships I've made with people here are going to last me a lifetime.
Yeah. And right
it's
now I
very
came back here.
comforting.
Yeah. And right now I came back here and there are things that have changed here of course. But there are so many things that remain constant, right? So that gives you like a sense of comfort that no matter what happens, these things will remain constant and for you to come back to. So that's a really wonderful feeling to have. And I really appreciate that. So
One thing that I've seen the change is that like we were terrified of you guys. So when we had started our counseling, I was so scared because you were hyped up so much from grades 1 to 8. Manat is so great, Karima is so proficient, these people are amazing, Rita's English, wow. And then we were like barely doing ABCDs and they're like, look at these people. we had always been in awe of you. So when we first met as a council, because we were online, we didn't really get to have an icebreaker to interact. We just sort of started in the middle and
Yeah.
boom, Teachers' Day, Independence Day, do something. And we were being all poised and we had like raising hand on Google Meet
Oh, yeah.
and that Teams meeting and being like, may I speak? I'm so like shy. And then after a point, you didn't really have time for that courtesy anymore because we were really behind on schedule. We had not made anything.
And I remember you talking about the color of my wall for like
I know
the
all
most
your
random
words because
moments. Yeah,
Manadina
it's
shares
very
this
weird.
habit. She would shift locations in the
Yeah.
middle of
I
the
just
meet, and she being her the perfect person, she'll switch on her camera no matter what. Like there will be a andhi tufan, like hail, and Manadi's camera will be on. So
That's
because
not
she
the most ideal thing to do.
because she shifted and she would watch cricket matches in the background.
Oh my
She's like, Papa, who's out? Oh no, RBC, RCB, whatever the team
Did you
is.
just say
Bangalore, they're the same.
RBC's red
okay.
blood cells? What are you talking about?
Not a cricket person.
Uh,
Don't come for
evidently.
me. Don't come for me. So Manadi, now that we're discussing our student council, I know you've kept forward the legacy and also joined the student representative body of your college.
Yeah, so it's student senate in our university.
Fancy.
I mean, sure, you can say that.
It's like now that it's so fancy, I like drink with my pinky out.
Oh wow, isn't that supposed to be a British thing rather than an American thing? So
I don't know. It's too late. Just
okay,
continue.
okay. Yeah, so our university again is like smaller in size, so the senate structure is slightly different from other universities in the US. So basically, you have the senators, which are elected from each batch, and those senators attend the general assemblies that happen like 4 or 5 times in a semester, and then you have the student senate executive board. So those are appointed leaders by the president and the vice president. And other than 4 commissioners, you have like the treasurer, the comptroller, and some other officials who are part of the executive board.
I'm going to rename your name on my phone as Senator Manadi now.
Oh my God.
But moving on from that,
Yeah.
how is it different from the council here? What do you do? Do you host charity drives? Do you plan for events at school? What is it like
so
there? Do you have
basically-
more freedom? I'm assuming you do because it's at a collegiate level.
Yes, of course, there's more independence associated. Nobody's going to come and tell you to do things. It's upon you to make
take the
use of that
initiative,
position. Yeah. So, as I said, there are like 4 commissioners. So, I am the diversity and inclusion commissioner. So, all the commissioners are supposed to organize events related to their particular cause. Like there's diversity and inclusion, there is sustainability, there's advocacy and awareness. Basically, relating to that, they have to organize events per semester, and they also have to undertake advocacy works. So, for DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, I basically have to keep how the university can improve its policies in terms of diversity and inclusion. And as I'd
They
spoken
could
about-
not have picked out a better person
Oh
than you
my
for
God.
the job. I'm hands down best choice.
I-
Kudos to you, IWU.
Yes,
IWU, right?
exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I really appreciate that, and it's been really interesting because I'm on the Senate as a freshman, and there are a lot of things I don't know about the university, so I keep getting like information from seniors.
So you're learning as you go. I think
Yeah.
just one more thing we could tell to the students who are planning that change is that you're not expected to know.
Yeah.
And if you wait to know everything or when you're ready to do things, you'll never end up doing them.
Yeah,
so
because
it's
I think
take
you're
it
never
and run.
ready, right?
Yeah.
I think it's never that you will be ready for anything. It's just that sometimes you just have to take it on and expect yourself to be able to learn things. And that's what I did. I just randomly decided to apply to the position, and it worked out. And I'm learning so much because it helps me understand the university's administration and the university in general better.
And also, it must be reflective of the society there, right? So
Yeah.
it'll help you integrate yourself better because you understand the working of the university and
Yeah.
thus the people.
Yeah, exactly. And because so the senators all sit on committees that are led by the commissioners. So I have a committee, the Diversity and Inclusion Committee. So I'm able to interact with like other senators and understand their ideas as well, and how we can basically make the university more inclusive.
yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a very interesting job, and I really enjoy doing it. It's challenging, but I think that's
Rewarding.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's the whole aspect of any
Exactly.
position in a representative body, because there are a lot of times you're overwhelmed with work.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times you feel out of place there, because
Yeah.
when I also became school captain and suddenly realized that it's not the same as it was when I was in 9th.
Yeah.
You don't really have a written book or instructions to follow.
Yeah.
or that you can get to point A and point B there. You have to discover and map out your own path,
Yeah.
which is exactly what you've done, and wonderfully well in every situation. Something I want to ask though,
Yeah.
as someone who's going to college, we've talked enough about the fact that it is a very new and somewhat terrifying experience. But what is one good thing, like one thing that you've really learned to cherish about college or adulthood in general?
Yeah, I think I really love the fact, like, there is a certain degree of flexibility and independence you have there, and that can, of course, be a pro and con in terms of how you deal with it, because sometimes you just have to learn how to manage the time, and that was initially a challenge for me, because here colleges
You
might
have a schedule,
yeah,
but
you have like a
in
9
college
to
you
4
have-
or a 9
yeah.
to 2 p.m. But there you just tailor your
You
own
have
course
blocks.
plan. Yeah, you have your own blocks, and that's how you tailor your schedule according to how you feel like it. So having those pockets of free time and realizing how you can use them is like helped me like kind of develop some kind of self-discipline in terms of how I should be using that time and not just filing
Wait,
it
so
away.
the fun thing about college is self-discipline. That's
College
what
is
you
really
feel
fun. You'll be able to find people. Like first of all, it's
just
it's
say
like
food
sleep.
or something.
Food in the US compared to India. Do you really think that
The
would be
grocery
positive?
stores though. The grocery stores. I would sell my firstborn. The grocery stores are
You would
amazing.
sell your first. Okay, that's a little big. Okay. I don't like the. Okay, the grocery stores are pretty good. It's just the food takes a little bit of getting
To get
used to
used to,
because
yeah.
they obviously don't have that much of flavor, or they have different kinds of flavor.
Yeah,
which
and
are
plus
not
the
suitable to a
cultural
palate.
background isn't really similar.
Yeah.
So the flavor palette that you're accustomed to is now radically Americanized.
Yeah. And like it's told to a lot of students, it's basically like having a sleepover with your friends every night, right? Because you're living with
Yeah.
people.
You're eating
and-
that cup noodles.
Oh my god, yes. I have not done that yet.
I send you to college and you don't eat
Oh,
cup
she
noodles.
sent me to college.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I'm so disappointed. Please
Oh.
live out my dream vicariously
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, I need to do more things that are more stereotypical of a quintessential
Yeah, of
American
course.
college student. Yes.
I don't make a journal, make that Mean Girls book. Wait, no, that was high school. Just have fun.
Okay. and I want to tell you to have fun as well, because I know this is a very this time is just so bogged down by
Torturous.
external factors. Like you have so many external things happening around you that it does not give you time to think for yourself. And I think just giving yourself that time and relaxing and knowing that whatever you'll do very well in it is what I'd like to tell you.
I loved having you here, and I know that you have your own life now and you will go back, but it's like a small part of you is kind of like always going to be with me, and that's saying that means a lot.
That means a lot when you say that as well, because it makes me feel so grateful for the fact that I've been able to do anything, and the kind of connection I've been able to have with you and with a lot of other students and faculty and just staff here
Yeah.
as well. It's just with this whole institution
Yeah.
as a whole, and it's so the grateful is the word I have, and
Exactly. Like, we're
yeah.
both so grateful, first of all, for the opportunities that the school has
Yeah.
given us, for what we're doing currently, and the fact that, we have each other and we have the opportunity to have more meaningful relationships with more people. Like, I've connected with my council this year. I'm sure you're close to your fellow Senate members
Yeah.
as well. It was so lovely having you here and talking to
loved
you. And
being
I'm
here.
not even going to say thank you for coming, because this is your home. You can drop in whenever you feel like it.
I love
In
that.
fact, you should thank me. I came here during my break.
I really appreciate that so much, because I was like, why is this poor girl having to come
But
to
honestly,
student?
I would like, Saath Samandar Paar.
Oh my
I should
god.
have said. I would come any day for you.
Oh my
You're
god, I love that,
amazing.
and I would run over to you as well.
Thank you, Manati, for being here today. I had a lovely time with you as always, and please keep coming back so we can do it again and again and again.
Absolutely.
And I'd like to thank all of you for staying with us to this entire podcast, and stay tuned for more.
The Billabong Podcast.